Welcome back, everybody.
Roof, thanks to the arrival of William Taggart, celebrity author and founder of the anti-augmentation organization, Humanity Front.
Floor 2. What's left on floor 1 here? Elevator and some offices.
Speaking from the tarmac at Wayne County
Armory
Airport,
is that way.
Taggart called the attacks
Cells.
An extremely regrettable affair. I'd very much like to meet with David Tharp in person to offer my deepest sympathies and
You're Jensen,
assure
right?
him that these attacks
One of my
are
buddies
in
told me
no
you were
way
SWAT
linked to Humanity
once
Front.
upon a time.
My people.
Shotgun has been sent back to ballistic labs to absolve you of any doubt regarding this. The weapon has been used in 70 months to date that match your station train. Code to my office is 2231.
Have worked tirelessly to find a peaceful solution to this dispute, and I unequivocally deplore the methods used by these hostage takers. Now, that being said, I do hope the UN takes a concentrated look at what happened here.
Those vents will certainly become important. Holding cells in the morgue is down
We
there.
just got in from Connaught Technologies.
Connaught. Oh man, you're kidding me. They're finally gonna arm us.
A couple of witnesses told me they saw you
Officer Haas to the sergeant's office. Haas to the
I don't
sergeant's
really want to go hacking through all the computers again, to be honest with you.
requests for an interview.
But I do want to
This is Eliza Cassan.
investigate some more.
Back again to Detroit, where a handful of people were taken into custody this evening, following yet another anti-augmentation demonstration.
Jensen, what the hell are you doing here?
Patients
The
attempting
station's
to
supposed to
access
be
the
off
Second
limits to
Avenue
all
Link
non-essentials.
found
You don't even
bandits
fucking work
blocked
here
by
anymore.
supporters of the Humanity
Fuck
Front
you.
movement.
I mean, screw you, dude. It's kind of awesome, though. At some point, I'll be able to lift vending machines. Okay.
Are you supposed to be here, sir? I thought the station had been locked down.
Officer Sterling, call B451. Officer Sterling, call Bradbury 451.
Clearly, I'm supposed to be here. What are you? Oop. Laser system. Oh, you know what? I don't think I was supposed to use that code, was I? My bad. It's alright. I'm sure he won't mind. Capture 70% detection. Yeah. We've got this.
Access granted.
Thank you. Following recent in Serve Industries, the body of an identified male terrorist was delivered to your morgue. You're hereby advised that this corpse has been classified ultraviolet. Is the corpse to be transferred to the city morgue? It must remain in your own facilities. Prevent from doing my job. An attack on Seraph. Zeke Sanders. Attack for remand. Yeah. Manderley! Oh, Manderley is from, Deus Ex 1. It is our recommendation in the case, Dan, regarding our terrorist attack be filed and closed ASAP. Quite satisfactory. Also, you must try to convey it for you. I am certain you understand the public relation nightmare. Joseph Manderley. Snark, snark, snark. What's in here? this is a bug. Let me go here. No, there's no way. And I used up a worm too on that. Shit. That's a bitch. No way. We'll have to come back at a later time.
Taking our kids to those secret camps that have been springing up everywhere across the country and not even telling the parents. What are these drills for? Well, they're to introduce them to the future. REX 84 is the future. The ADEX list is the future. They're saying, here you go, children. This is what happens when you speak up against corruption, Teddy. This is what you get for demanding the truth, Georgie. This is what happens when you don't lie down and take it in the ass from the
Stay where you
Damn it,
are!
I figured that was gonna happen. I just don't want a friggin' police riot on me. Oh, and it may put me fairly far behind. Yeah, I mean, the problem was that I just don't know how the game responds to actions like that yet. Had I known that, you know, if a police officer sees you going into a restricted area, they pull a gun on you, it makes sense, but, I mean, most of us have played video games where you know that you can literally take anything you want from anywhere and no one says a word about it. In fact, I think I even remember in Deus Ex 1 of, like, lock-picking, you know, gun cabinets right in front of guards, and, you know, no one really cared at all, so that was more of experimentation, hence why I looked right back at him. Alright. Nice, and I'm not too far behind. So we want to get rid of this guy. Unfortunately, I don't have the means to do it.
That's far enough. This is a restricted area.
I want to put the kid down. Stun enemies for a few seconds. Yeah, that's not exactly what I want. We're gonna need some type of way to stun him.
Detective Wagner, second floor forensics.
Alright, what do we got here? This doesn't look too bad. Capture, I said! I don't know why it didn't capture there.
Access granted.
This is gonna take me outside. Oh, you know what? No, his safe was a different thing. Now I remember. But I have a feeling hacking and stealth are going to become a very important part of this game. It's interesting so far. I'm really curious to see what paths this game takes and how long it's going to be. I have a feeling, well, who knows. The original Deus Ex was actually a pretty long game if I remember correctly, especially if you did it blind, with no guide or anything. There we go, this is where I want to be. This is leading me right into this alleyway, exactly where I want to be.
We'll stream you through and answer your questions as best we can, but don't get your panties in a bunch if you get hung up on.
I've been out on the street for a long time.
That was the other way in. So there was obviously a manhole cover.
Order and their team of expert hackers could be trying to track us, and that's why we have to create a covert host site for every new stream in this.
Jensen, I have a message for you from one of your former colleagues, a Detective Alexander.
Jenny, what did she want?
She said she could use some help if you can make your way over to Grand River Road. And might I just add, as wonderful as it is to have you back at the office, I am not your personal dating service.
Derp, alright. Why did I fortify that?
Access granted.
What do we have in here? A lot of e-books. Seraph's chief security was still in critical condition in edit. Another lab technician who was lying in a deep coma in the same hospital. The only was witness deposition lack thereof. When we first got to the scene, Mr. Hopkins was waiting for us in a rec room near the labs. He was obviously in shock, but was quite okay. Make sure this condition was stable before allowing us to interview him. When he came back after his checkup a few minutes, he was incoherent and confused. He couldn't remember anything about the attack. The situation was resolved with the medical team. Mr. Hopkins' condition has been validated. He suffered from a severe concussion. Really? Quick rundown. There was no trace evidence found at the point of entry. The incident didn't last long, but the amount of damage was excessive. There were a large number of victims. Not many rounds were fired, and the accuracy was spot on. The attackers were probably all marksmen. The top were professionals. New augmentation lines were being tested just prior to the attack, but that the augmentation itself was unharmed and no files would have been stolen. Interesting. Been appointed by the state to perform autopsies on the remains of... This is due to the critical nature of the incident. Really linked to the competence of vertebral injury. Abrasion of the bone consistent severe. Abrasions on the neck area. Hard to clearly verify due to severe burns, but throat seems crushed. Extreme severe burns covering the entity of the body. Who was this on? Megan Reed. Covering the entirety of the body. Absence, fumes, residue, ash. Cause of death is quick and intense snapping of the neck vertebrae combined with crushing pressure. I don't believe it. I think she's still alive. I think Megan Reed is still out there. I can't hack that. Oh. While examining the crime scene, both noticed that the air cover could not be explained by normal fire of any success. But the front comes from a high-tech accelerant of unknown nature. Well, what kind of cover-up was done here, folks? As always, thanks for watching. Tune in the next. Thanks for watching, folks.